On the first day of 2026, while the world was celebrating a fresh start, the hallways of the luxury Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco became the site of a silent tragedy that would shake the foundations of Hollywood. San Francisco was still breathing in the remnants of a massive celebration. But inside the gold-leafed walls of the Fairmont Hotel, a different kind of story was unfolding. The Fairmont isn't just any hotel, it is a fortress of the elite, a place where presidents stay, and where the secrets of high society are usually kept behind heavy oak doors. But at approximately 6 a.m., the silence of the 14th floor was shattered. A guest, heading down for early coffee, noticed a figure on the carpet. In a city like San Francisco, seeing someone unresponsive might not shock a passerby on a street corner, but on the 14th floor of the Fairmont, it was an impossibility. That figure was Victoria Jones. At 34 years old, she was the daughter of Tommy Lee Jones, a man whose face is etched into the Mount Rushmore of Hollywood tough guys. A man whose portrayal of justice and relentless pursuit in movies like The Fugitive made him a household name. When first responders reached her, they noticed the telltale signs: cyanosis, the blue tinting of the extremities. It was the signature of a biological shutdown. To understand Victoria, you must understand Tommy Lee Jones. Born in Texas, the son of an oil field worker, he is a man of intellect and grit. Victoria was born into this world of high expectations in 1991. From the moment she could walk, she was introduced to the machinery of fame. But unlike other Nepo babies, Victoria's relationship with Hollywood was complicated. She shared the screen with her father early on in Men in Black 2 and The Three Burials of Melquiades Estrada. It looked like a father passing the torch. But as the 2000s rolled in, Victoria began to pull away. She took a role in One Tree Hill, an attempt to find her own voice, but shortly after, the credits stopped rolling. You have to be legendary. And when the legend becomes too heavy to carry, many find other ways to numb the weight. She eventually married Navek Sajas and moved to Napa Valley seeking stability. But the quiet can be dangerous. By April 2025, police were called for a wellness check. Victoria was reportedly transparent. She admitted to being under the influence. In 2025, cocaine is no longer just one substance. It is a chemical cocktail. Victoria was booked for possession and resisting arrest. It was the beginning of the end. The summer of 2025 brought a heat wave of turmoil. By June, police were dispatched to Victoria's residence following a domestic disturbance. She had reportedly engaged in a physical altercation with her husband, Navek Sajas. The argument began after he allegedly challenged her on her declining health and substance use. The tension snapped. Most shockingly, the charges included elder abuse. In California, this is a heavy hammer. To be charged with this suggests a household in total collapse. Victoria pleaded not guilty, but the legal machinery was now in motion. The distance between her and her stoic father became a canyon. To understand why Victoria Jones died on a hotel floor, we have to look at the chemistry of death in 2026. Law enforcement suspects her death was fentanyl-related. Fentanyl is 50 times more potent than heroin. Witnesses at the Fairmont reported seeing her consume what she believed was cocaine. But in California today, cocaine is frequently cross-contaminated. When fentanyl enters the system, it hijacks the respiratory center, leading to the cyanosis described by responders. The tragedy is compounded by the bystander effect. In a New Year's bash, people expect drunkenness. Later, information appeared in the media that an overdose was suspected, but with a clear emphasis that the official cause of death was not confirmed at that time. They mistook her struggle for celebration until it was too late. As we conclude, we look at the man left behind. Tommy Lee Jones, Hollywood's Iron Man, now faces a public undoing of the privacy he fought for. Sources say he attempted everything: private rehabs. The silence from the Jones estate is a reflection of a father's grief. Victoria Jones died on the 14th floor, but her struggle started years before. Her story is a grim reminder that in the shadow of giants, it is often hard to find the light. She leaves behind a legacy of what-ifs. As award season begins, the empty seat at Tommy Lee Jones's table will serve as a haunting reminder of the high cost of the spotlight. The death of Victoria Jones, according to all that is publicly known, is not a story of fame, scandal, or sensation. It is the story of a person whose life was complex, with visible successes and struggles that mostly took place far from the public eye. Although the Jones surname is the reason this news made headlines, the crux of the story is not related to Hollywood. Similar situations happen every day, away from the cameras, in families that never make the news. The difference is only in the level of attention, not in the difficulty of the fight. That's why it's important how we talk about these topics. Without stigmatization, without simplification, and without turning one's private suffering into a public spectacle. At the time of this video, the official cause of death has not yet been publicly confirmed. All information that has appeared in the media is based on the statements of sources, police records, and publicly available documents.